How do you kind of assess your pass rush coming along, especially, Quiddy's been in and out, and I know he's been, kind of your solid edge guy, but how's that effort coming along, and how much of it is just kind of a group effort, rather than individual?
I think it is always a group effort. We have a talk, man, I'm sure a lot of teams use it, where 4 equals 1, right? Where all 4 guys are doing it. There's 4 guys and 5 gaps. So especially with a quarterback that can run, to utilize the rushes where they work together. And you hope that you can beat them right off the spot. But a lot of the sacks in the NFL come off second effort. And we're seeing some of the second effort sacks, the pressures, based off the effort of the guys. So it's coming along. We always push them. We always want more effect on the quarterback. But, they're doing a good job working together.
James Boyd.
Gus, can you speak to just Yannick's, consistency? Start of the season kind of slow, but over 6 sacks already with 6 games left in the season.
You're talking about Yannick?
Yeah, Yannick. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he's doing a good job. I've seen him really grow through the year. He's really working hard at it. He's taking extra reps in practice last week because of, he's had like a Veterans Day off, just health-wise. But last week he came out and practiced and felt like he needed to get a good practice in on Wednesday. So, it's good to see that his hard work is, coming to fruition some, and he's becoming a more well-rounded player versus the run, versus the pass. And, he's a guy that's just like everybody else. He wants more, but it was great to see that he had the big play for us last week.
Nate Atkins.
Hey, Gus, you've had a lot of linebackers over the years, a lot of good ones. So in your estimation, what's made Bobby Okereke sort of a good, pretty natural fit for your defense?
Well, you know what? First of all, his size. When you talk about his size, he's got great length and matchups. I think sometimes with matchups, we don't blink with him, and depending on who it is, or maybe our concern is other places, but we feel like he's such a good technician and fundamentally strong that, there's always tough matchups, but we always, don't waver on that part of it. He's very, very intelligent, very instinctive. And when you have those two combinations, I think that's what, attributes to some of his success. So, and we can play him at multiple positions. He plays Mike. We had Zaire was out 2 days last week, and he jumped in and played Mike for us. So he gives us great flexibility with that. But I think he brings a really good sense of calm to the whole defense too. They trust him out there, and he's been making quite a few plays for us.
James Boyd.
Gus, can you explain just what happened, on Philly's last drive with the Jalen Hurts draw, and then also how hard, that is to swallow when you play, for 55 minutes or so, arguably the best game of the season?
Right. Well, a lot of that comes back on me. I think if you look back at that play, it's tough. The defense was playing pretty well. We get in that situation. I think there was 2 runs prior to that play where they got a couple yards, and it got it to where it was 3rd and 8. And it was really a situation where we had a check on with a line movement, but, we put it in during the game once they started getting more and more with the quarterback draws, and we just didn't get it communicated. And, I think Grove tried to overplay it, because he felt like it could be a possibility. And we just didn't do a good job fitting it up based on the call that I made. You always look back at it, and everybody, goes back and looks at it and says, what would you have done differently? But we'd like to have that one back. I think we are basing on 3rd and 8 in that situation, and everything that we've had, it wasn't, a quarterback draw. They spread you out and they try to isolate you and work pick routes and things like that. So, that one was just unfortunate. It looked really bad when a guy walks in clean like that, but put that one on me as a play caller.